Welcome back to Pink Turtle Soaps. Today I'm making frozen margarita, and I've literally looked forward to this soap since like January. But it's finally time to make it, and I have the cutest embeds to go on top. We're going to begin by pouring our lye water into our oils and mixing them together. Okay, everything is nice and blended, so I'm going to set the stick blender off to the side. The next step is to pour this big bucket into 3 separate containers. Start with this one. Alright, now that I have it split off, I'm going to add the colorants. This first one is going to be New Leaf Green. It's a very pretty light green. The next one that we're adding in is Green Vibrance. And in the third one, we are adding Neon Green. I've added the fragrance oil, so I'm going to take the stick blender and just give them a really quick blend. So these two have turned more of like a forest green or olive green, but that actually happens quite often when you use a green colorant. But after the soap has set up, they go back to that really bright green that they were before. All I'm doing now is just making sure that everything is off of the side of the bowl. Sometimes the colorant can stick to the side. And I like to make sure that it's all nice and incorporated. That fragrance oil did so good. There's no rising, there's no acceleration. It's staying nice and fluid. Okay, so now that I have my molds, I'm going to start drop swirling between the 3 colors, and I'll go ahead and fast forward through that. Okay, so now that both of my molds are filled all the way up, I'm going to move them to the side so that I can get working on the piping. Okay, before we get started on the piping, I wanted to take a second to show you what I'm going to be adding on top. I have these little lime wedges that I made using a lime mold. These are made using glycerin soap, and I shook them around in a little bit of silver mica just so that the details in each little wedge will show up. I'm also going to be adding some bath salts that I shook around in Green Vibrance mica to put that on top along with the lime wedges. And then I have my bag of biodegradable paper straws, and I've cut them up so that each bar, only gets just a little bit of a straw. I'm not sticking a whole length straw into each bar, but those are going to go on the side of the bars as well. so we are finished with the frozen Margarita soap. All I have left to do now is spray it with rubbing alcohol, and we will come back in about 24 hours to cut it up. We are back just about 30 hours later, and I'm so ready to cut this up and see what we've got going on the inside. Let's go ahead and cut this first bar. This is what it looks like on the inside, and the neon green doesn't stand out quite as much as I was hoping that it would, but it still looks really pretty, really bright and swirly, so I'm happy with it. Let's go ahead and cut up this loaf. I wanted to bring this up a little bit closer for you to see. This is why I like to spray down my embeds that have a lot of detail with a shimmery mica like silver. It just helps bring out the definition in those embeds. And then I also sprayed it with some silver glitter. I thought that that would look really cute along with the green salt. And then the paper straw just really ties it all together. And then when you get a bar of this, you would just pull this out before you use the soap. If you'd like to grab yourself a bar, these will be available at pinkturtlesoaps.com September 1st at 8 a.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday.